Hi, I'm Carly. So I've seen some of my dear friends posting videos and saying the most kind things about me. And I felt on my heart that I need to share my story um, with you all to hear, just to see how amazing God is, and how He's transformed my life in so many incredible ways. Um, First of all, I am 23. I graduated from UNC Charlotte 2014. I was a special education teacher last year, and obviously I'm not teaching this year because I'm going on a boat race, raising money to go. But prior to this, I would have never expected my life to be where it is right now. I would not expect to have the friends that I have, a supportive family, and most of all, a father that loves me unconditionally. I would have never been able to wrap my head around that. Um, but when I was young, my parents fought a lot. It was really hard to watch. Um, but I always felt something was off, something was wrong, something wasn't at the center. Um, so with their fighting, it increased and it led to divorce. After many years of heartache, trial, pain, and fighting, it ended. And I didn't know why. I wanted to blame me. I wanted to find a solution, as to why this was happening. Um, so for some reason, I turned to the Bible. I had two best friends at the time who were involved in the church, Amber and my friend Meredith. Um, and as I was looking through, I knew their hearts, and I knew there had to be something, there had to be answers as to why things were happening the way they were. And so I looked to the Bible on divorce, on love, on everything, just to see what was going to happen to me, to my family, to my brother, who I so desperately wanted to be okay, to understand, and to feel love. And so as I was seeking through answers, I started to desire a relationship. Started going to church with my friends, started going to youth group. And then one night they were playing the song, this Hillsong United song, and I just felt in my heart that it was my moment to give my life to God. They said, raise your hand if you want to be in a relationship with Him, if you want more of Him. And I did. And that was the day that I'll never forget, March 3rd, 2010, right before going to college. And it was amazing. But I knew right then and there that it was also the hardest decision I was going to make. Stepping into college, I was really excited to be away from my family, for reasons due to my parents not getting along with their divorce, really clashing heads, and I really felt in the middle. I felt as the person that was the only one that could mend it, and I felt that pressure to mend it. But I know that it wasn't. I couldn't be the only person to do that. So being away at college was a huge blessing. I went home maybe 3 times a year due to conflicts with my parents. My mom and I didn't get along. I felt a lot of pressure from my dad, to be something that I wasn't. I felt unloved. I felt unworthy. I felt so many feelings that I shouldn't. But I knew that I had to get plugged in. I needed to meet people. I needed to search for God on that campus. And then one day I decided to go to university. And if you do not know what InterVarsity is, it is a campus ministry on many campuses throughout the state and the country that really strives for your life to be about God. It's not about you. It's not about us. It's all about Him. And I felt that the moment I walked in there. I was met by some of the leaders, the staff worker, Mike, and I instantly felt accepted, loved authentically, and wasn't judged about anything. I felt like it was safe. I felt like it was home, and that this was my family. So for 4 years, it became my family, my home, my life. I stepped into leadership. I started to see that God was all around, and He was in my life more present than anything. That these trials, this pain, the suffering that I was going through was just to strengthen me. And I was able to share that with my family, share it with my dad, my mom, and I started to have a deeper relationship with them as well. Something that I had desired for so long, just to feel that love. And when I was able to really give my life fully to God, I was able to experience that, and I can't even express it. I was able to experience it in ways that I could have never imagined. Because of InterVarsity, I was able to meet God, to meet my family again, to be reunited, and to know that love is truly all around, and that's what we all need, is love. Hearts. We're all a heart that's beating, longing for something so much more than what we are. And so, I know that I'm rambling, and I know that I did not keep this short, and if you know me, I typically don't. When I'm talking from the heart, things just keep going and going. But I am going on the road race, something that I have been praying and longing to do for 3 years. Like I said, I was with InterVarsity. I went on a missions conference in St. Louis called Urbana, which hosts a lot of different missionaries, organizations that send missionaries, that do teaching, do lots of different serving opportunities throughout the world. And they really challenge you to step out of your comfort zone and see where God is leading you. To pray about a place, a time, anything. And so during that time, I met the World Race. I met the booth, the people, and along with my friend and I, we really felt like this was something amazing, an opportunity that we should miss. But at the time, it was just a thought. It was a dream, something that I wasn't really sure was going to happen in my life. But it was something that was always there. And at the last night of the conference, I made a commitment to God that I would spend at least a year serving Him in another country. I'm not sure where that would be at the time, but that's what I made that commitment, and I wanted to keep it. But fast forward to this past year, I was a special education teacher. I taught kindergarten through 3rd graders, and it was a wonderful, hard, challenging, but growing experience where I learned a lot about who I am and the person that God has created me to be. Halfway through the year, there were a lot of challenges, but I felt my heart wanting so much more out of life and calling me to something bigger than me. And after talking on the phone with my boyfriend, he pushed me to think about the road race as something that I could be doing. And as I thought and prayed and I applied, I prayed and I didn't know what was going to happen. And I came to a point where I was okay with that. But after 3 years of longing, 3 months of applying, and waiting, I got accepted. The moment that I had been waiting for so long, it was finally happening. And it is. And I couldn't do it without you. I couldn't do it without him. And I need you. I need your love. I need your support and your encouragement. Because I know that you need it too. And know that I'm praying for you. That I love you. Who's ever watching this, know that you are loved. Know that there's someone who just wants you to come back home to him, to wrap his arms around you and tell you everything's going to be okay. It won't always be easy, but it will be